Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Drawn to Life. In the last one we started off the second world and now we need to talk to Farmer Brown rather. Can't see none. My binding seeds are missing. Well, that means you're missing something, as we could clearly tell because Sasha entered your house. Hello, Raposa NPC ghosts. And now let's talk to Cookie. Try hard, master's a kitchen. Oh wait, I talked to her somehow, what? Hello, Bartleby. How is he doing? You ask if anything is missing? I will check. My cutleries is gone. It was just there. How could this be? Bartleby, it is too dark to see. How will we search? They must speak for the mayor. Slowly getting my German accent back. There we go. So Cookie is missing his cutlery. We should search the village. But with the night sky, it's too dark. Bartleby, you must visit the Moon Grove and find the Moon Page. With the moon back in the sky, we can search the village for the missing items. Alright, now we got our next goal. I didn't mean to talk to Heather there. However, this is probably the stage I have the biggest in-lore problem with. Because the moon page being missing means we shouldn't have the moon. Then why is it on the world map? That is inconsistent. If anything, what there should be there is a giant white space for you to draw in, and then when we eventually get to draw the moon, that sprite should show up in there. That would fix all lore issues. The Moon Grove, though, is probably my favorite level in World 2 for something we'll be seeing later on. However, I do like how the first page template is right there. Template page. Page template? Page template sounds like a term I'd see on Adobe InDesign. In fact, I'm fairly certain it might be. Now, something I do also want to bring up that isn't too important because I'm not using any of them is that Drawn to Life actually has cheat codes. There are two kinds. Standard ones and template ones. The template ones you can only use while you're in drawing mode. And when you're inputting any of these, you need to be holding down the L button. I'll read them out in a moment because if I recall, we're coming up on a Raposa right about now? There he is. Who are you, sir? Cricket's deputy. I wonder if Cricket will ever promote me. By the way, the cheat codes are holding L and pressing either X, Y, B, A, and A, B, B, A, A, and X, Y, X, Y, X, A, Y, A, B, A, X, or AXBBY, and those unlock alien templates, animal templates, robot templates, sports templates, and plant templates, respectively. And I don't like to use them very much because they're just not very useful templates to me, and I don't really use the templates too much aside from this one anyway, so yeah. But there's also cheat codes you use by pausing the game and holding L, and those are AXBBY, which is invincibility. The invincibility doesn't protect you from all sorts of death. Bottomless pits will still kill you, but otherwise you'll actually damage enemies by touching them. By the way, there's a bottomless pit below me right now. X, Y, B, B, and A, which is 5 lives. However, that cheat code is deceptively named because it doesn't give you 5 lives. It sets your life counter to 5. So say if you have 15 and then you use this code, you'll be set to 5. You'll lose 15 or whatever the number I said before is. Also, now we actually have to draw a rocket ship, which I actually originally intended to base off of one that used to be on my old bedroom wall, but I ended up just going for something that more suits my actual color preferences. The next one is a very similar cheat code, which is BBAAX, which sets your ammo count to 30. So if you have 31 and you use this, you'll lose 1 ammo. And then the last one is full health, which is YXYXA. So pretty self-explanatory. Though, it's kind of cool, I suppose. I'm honestly kind of surprised this game has cheat codes, but I'll go into why in a couple of moments. Because we finished the rocket ship, and that means we get to use it. And the rocket ship is interesting, because you remember how the Kirby games often have a sudden genre shift for at least one level? This is this game's sudden genre shift, even though this isn't a Kirby game. It basically controls almost exactly like Gradius. They even place some Bakis in a pattern similar to how Gradius has some enemies for you to shoot down in a certain pattern. You can still get combos from it too. If you touch an enemy, you still only lose 1 of your 5 hit points. However, if you touch a wall, I believe is instant kill, so watch out there.
I love the song during this section, by the way. It's one of my favorite songs in the game, actually, although the sound effect for actually firing is annoying. Either way, I'm actually fairly surprised this game has cheat codes, because this is just after what I consider the last era for cheat codes. Because generally speaking, I consider the end of the cheat code era to be the end of the PS2 era, generation rather. Because come PS3 and Xbox 360 era, cheat codes were still a thing every now and then, like the Ratchet & Clank games had it from my memory particularly. And obviously, like, indie games have them every now and then, like Shovel Knight had some cheat code passwords and such. But on the whole, like, major released games don't really have them that often come that generation. So the fact that this had it in 2007, where I believe the PS3 was already out for a year at this point-ish? I'm actually going to look that up to confirm that. Is kind of surprising. Mind you, I suppose overall now that I think about it, cheat codes are more common on handhelds in general, because it just suits them more. Either way, time for us to do our next drawing, which is actually one of my favorites that I did, because we have to draw a conveyor belt. And you might have noticed I paused there for a second. That's because I actually had to look up the sprite I'm basing this off of. Because here, I'm basically trying to adapt the Mega Man 2 Metal Man conveyor belts into drawn life. I think I did it fairly well, though something I wish I could do is actually add a border to the red and yellow blocks where the blue lines are, because I think these actual, like, end and beginning points can have that, but those can't for some reason. You'll also see me get, distracted, for lack of a better term, later on during this, because you'll see me, when I'm shading white on either end point, just kind of move all the way right for no reason. It's because someone walked in and I had to talk with him and I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing. Also, to confirm what I was talking about earlier, the PS3 did in fact come out about a year before this game. PS3 was November 2006. This was around September of 2007. The conveyor belt doesn't go too fast. It'll still obviously hamper your motion depending on the direction you're going. But overall, it's more or less just that it'd be another platform that moves along. They actually don't do too many with it, sadly. I kind of wish they did a platforming section where you had nothing but conveyor belts to jump on over a bottomless pit. Because, first off, that's some good Mega Man-esque platforming, and I love that. But also, it just is a nice platforming idea in general to kind of play with the tropes, not the tropes, the designs you make a little bit more. Because more or less, every single thing you draw is to help you. And I understand that gameplay design mentality, but I also wish they had played around with some of the things you design to try and make things a bit more lethal for you. Like, say, what I just said, conveyor belts over bottomless pits, stuff like that. Those goo platforms back in World 1 that you could slide through, those over bottomless pits. That could have been interesting, but they don't do any of that. And that kind of saddens me, but oh well. Also, if you want to get towards the end of the stage, you actually want to head to the right, because that's where the end of the stage is located towards. However, if you want to get every secret, I believe you need to head left, because I think I forget which one it is. I want to say it's either a pattern or ability token up here, but I want to get that, obviously, so here we go. Or is it a Raposa? I actually forget. It's been a couple days since I recorded this footage, and, well, some of the collectibles kind of blended in my mind. Oh, no, it's the main Raposa. So, yeah, you definitely want to come over here then. And we found Cricket.
The village needs an investigator. I'd be honored to help. I will see you at the exit gates.
And we got, I think his name is technically Sheriff Cricket or something along those lines. He's actually one of my favorite Raposa character designs too, although the Raposa overall are just really well-designed characters, because first off, they have enough distinct traits that you can tell them apart, and two, they are adorable, and that is something that I can always appreciate in a good character design. Kind of reminds me, I forget if I mentioned this already, I may have actually mentioned this in a Discord call with someone when I was talking about recording this, which is the more likely thing, knowing me, of the story where originally Kirby was going to be a different character design and the sprite he had was a placeholder, but then they liked the placeholder so much they made it the main character. To quote a Tumblr post, I think it was, he's shaped like Friend. And now we need to design a flower bud. This is a temporary platform of sorts. It's going to be on little strands of vines, and when we jump on it, it'll fall. So it's actually, yeah, just a temporary platform. A very common platforming gimmick now that I think about it. They do regrow after about, let's call that 2.5, 3 seconds, somewhere in there. And it's going to be our last major gimmick for this stage as well. Also, you can get a good amount of horizontal distance with the wings. Because something I actually forgot to mention you could do with the wings last part, not only can you basically get a triple jump out of it, you can also use it to, if you hold down the jump button, you can not hover, glide a la Spyro the Dragon. In fact, actually, now that I think about it, Spyro the Dragon's a very good comparison for the wings. In fact, now that I look at it, they even look like Spyro's wings, because didn't Spyro's wings have a red, thinner skin? Spyro wings. Yeah, no, actually, it's either red or yellow, depending on the game, and usually the wings themselves are yellow. So, kind of. Actually, no, here's one for that has yellow under wings, but it's purple normal. I can't believe I got trapped like this. Me too, little kid. But yeah, generally it's yellow. It's red on yellow. So, close enough, I suppose. I actually have not played a Spyro game in years. The one I played the most of as a kid was either the Game Boy Advance Season of Fire or, what was the name of the one on the GameCube? I should probably just look to my left because it's over there somewhere. I think it's like Hero's Tale? I never beat that. Actually, no, I did beat that game once. I never consistently get far in it, but I liked it enough though. I recall some of the mini games being annoying. That's a good word for the way I felt about some of those, like the one where you're the mole hanging from, not hanging from the minor mole. Though I will always hate the weird flying penguin mini games the most. Either way, I've sidetracked myself enough. We're coming towards a big section full of those the flower buds, if I recall correctly. And you want to head directly towards the top center, I believe, aside from, I think, maybe the middle left where another secret is. Because that's where the last page template is. However, for some reason, I think the page template is in the top. Oh, no, it's in the middle right. That's where the pattern is. However, if you head to the top left, there's a path that leads towards the beginning of this entire section there. And I come over here thinking this is where the last page template page is. Whatever. But I'm just heading myself towards the beginning of the stage, not the stage, the section by doing this, so, don't do. Bad idea. So I'm going to be jump cutting back because now I'm just kind of trapped here. Great. It doesn't take too long to get back here, though, because I think that wind takes you right back to the start. It takes maybe minute and a half. You're just rushing to get back here. But we have everything, so let's go head over to the level gates and leave the stage. Also, for some reason, the screen took a bit there. I guess it's because there was an enemy that it killed. Moon Grove, I really like this level. Mostly because of the shooter section. I kind of wish it went on a bit longer, honestly. In fact, I kind of wish they hid one of the secret items during the actual shooter section, because that could have been cool. And our general level clear screen. I do kind of wish they varied up some of the amounts of Raposa and secrets in some stage. Like maybe one stage has 2 secrets, but 4 Raposa you need to rescue. However, at the same time, given this game's likely target audience, it makes sense to keep things consistent. Oh, Cookie of all people. Weird. Cricket, you're back!
Bartleby rescued us. We were stuck on some asteroid. I heard some items went missing. I would like to investigate.
I guess that would be why they kind of got him, huh?
Thanks again for your help. I should see the mayor now.
For some reason, he reminds me of Dojima from the Persona 4 Hi, I'm Daisy comic.
The hero has done it again. I'm sure Cricket will discover where my cutlery went. So they went to an asteroid? What does they think of the expansive space?
The creator drew a rocket, ran into some Starbockies. These are both kind of interesting, but I'll choose this one.
The Starbockie? I have never cooked such a thing. Cricket said he was going to see the mayor. Perhaps they should as well.
I just stutter over my words when I'm talking as Cookie more than anyone else. Stop. How am I still talking to you? Hello, more ghosts. Emulation issues. I shouldn't say I didn't expect it to happen at some point, but this game overall, I'm still surprised, was one of the games that was extraordinarily stable, because there were still a few that I was like, what?
Cricket, I was wondering when you'd return. It's been some time. I heard some items are missing. I can't resist a good investigation. Yes, we can't figure out where they went. Cookie is quite upset. When will your investigation start? Right away, unless you need something else from me. No, let me know if you find something. Bartleby will be at your disposal. And Bartleby, I hear the creator drew a rocket for you. And you found the moon page? Let me place it back in the Book of Life. I'm still wondering why the moon was there when we didn't have the moon page. There we go, just like before. Now it's up to the creator to draw us a moon with plenty of craters.
And for some reason, they have you draw a crescent moon. I don't know why. I kind of would have preferred if they told you what color the night sky was and they gave you a circle so you could draw whatever kind of moon you want. But at the same time, I understand you can't do that for everything, so I'm actually kind of proud of how I did the craters on this one because the two colors of brown, I think, kind of adds to the depth for it. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but it feels nice. And outline the moon because this is something I feel like needs an outline. And let's make that a bit better looking. There we go.
Ah, much better. Now we can see again. Cricket will start his investigation soon. You should go speak with him. He's probably outside his police station near the village forest gate.
In fact, it's directly west of the forest gate. You may have noticed there was still some darkness covering an area down there. That's where he is. Hey, Cricket. Can I talk to you, please?
Bartleby, I'm honored to have you take part in this investigation. But before we can start, I need to get inside my police station. Could you visit the Eternal Flame?
Sure thing there, bud. Why do I... That happens a lot, this part, for some reason. I keep talking to people when I'm clearly away from them. Also, for some reason, tapping that Eternal Flame reminds me. For the most part, the NPCs in this game are very well animated, and like every direction has a unique sprite and everything. But the old man Raposa, for some reason, when they're facing toward the north, they only have one sprite. It doesn't animate that much or anything, which is kind of weird. Either way, let's clear the dark clouds from around the PlayStation. Though I wish it was Dark Cloud, because that is a very unique feeling game.
Ah, just as I remember it. Let me go inside and check everything out. Everything seems to be in place. I need you to collect evidence. Start by speaking with Cookie and Farmer Brown.
And we will, but with that, I'm going to need to end this off here. Thank you guys for watching, and in part 9 we'll be starting our investigation as to who stole the things we already know who stole. Because this is a case of kind of weird story padding, where they just kind of make you do things you already know the answer to. Either way, see you guys then.